And in the 450s, third place finish on the Red Bull KTM, Marvin Musquin. And in second, also on the Red Bull KTM, Ryan Dungey. And the winner aboard the Monster Energy Kawasaki with now 5 in a row, Eli Tomac. Marvin, early in the main event, you were right behind Ryan. I saw you looking around, finding some lines, and you were right on their pace, and then kind of suddenly you disappeared. What happened in the early laps of that main event?
Well, first of all, I didn't have a good start, and but my first lap was actually really good, and I was super aggressive, and I got inside a little bit everywhere, you know, before the whoops and stuff like that. So I made a lot of passes, and then I got third, you know, in the first lap. So that was pretty good. I was happy about it, you know, because after a bad start, it was tough. So yeah, I was third, and man, I was feeling really well. I mean, I was pushing. I was right behind, you know, Eli and Ryan, but it was tough to make a pass, and then I don't know if I, you know, missed some energy or missed some. I got tired a little bit, and track was tough, and yeah, they started pulling away, and then, you know, and then it's tough, you know, when you're behind and you know, you're not close anymore. It's then you can play it safe, and you know, tonight was a third, and I couldn't do better. I had an early crash in first qualifying, and I landed hard on the concrete, and I hurt on my whole left side, and I was banged up the whole day. So I'm really happy to get third tonight.
Ryan, I gotta ask, there was a point mid-race where you were stuck behind a certain blue bike. Can you take us through your thoughts on those few laps?
Yeah, I mean, it was considering before that, leading up to it, we were winding him down, you know, catching Eli and putting some good laps. You know, I was happy with it, and then I don't know, you know, I don't want to go too crazy into the topic. It's definitely not ideal. I think everybody saw it, right? I mean, it's just Eli gets around quick and easy, and then 3 laps go by, and he's in the groove and in the line. And like Marvin said, it's hard to pass, you know, and it's almost like if you're a lapper, you got to move over. And I just don't know, I guess, why he's got to get involved with what me and Eli's position. If he was on the same lap, I understand, but I mean, I think we all would. But it's just he's a lapper, you know, and it's just unfortunate. But what do you do?
Eli, for 2 weeks now, you've had kind of a rough heat race, and obviously were able to respond to the main events. But do those heat races concern you at all moving forward? Is that something you feel like you need to maybe address and get under control and take care of?
I mean, I don't know. You can only do what you can do, and you know, tonight once again we had to go back and regroup and make the best of it. You know, was fortunate to have a pretty good gate for what it was, and then just went out there and got it done again. That's all we could do. Was just never give up. So I was glad we were able to get our act together there in that main.
Jim Hawley, Race Day Live. This is for Eli Tomac. Eli, I was watching you, and it seemed like you were uncomfortable through the whoops. I mean, you kept moving around. That first pass you made on Ryan right at the start, you followed Ryan midway through. You changed to the inside there, and you made the pass. The next couple laps, you were over there. Then you moved back. You kept moving back and forth in there, and you were changing a lot of lines tonight.
You know, I was, and I was just moving around and searching. You know, early on it was a good line, and then it seemed like, you know, there was a few laps I started dancing around, and I was like, man, maybe I go to jumping, and then you know, I obviously felt Ryan there, you know, so I was like, man, I need to try to go back to the fast skim line. So those were the thoughts that were going through my head. So there was a lot of parts on the track like that, you know, even like the dragging back, or even the 2-3-3, where if you miss something, you know, you'd mess up that whole section. So really tough racetrack tonight.
Kristen Slack, Motocross Performance Magazine. This is for Marvin. You've been pretty vocal about your opinion of sand on the tracks. What do you think of the track this week not having a sand section?
Well, no, I only talk about it just once, you know. That's I was last weekend, but No, I mean, yeah, I mean, St. Louis, you know, it's always good dirt. This weekend, I mean, today was a really, really good racetrack. I mean, really long set of whoops, a lot of rhythm sections, and that bridge over under. I mean, it was a lot of fun. That dirt really break down, and it was tough. That dragon back was actually really good, really technical, but at the end of the main, it was tough. I mean, it was really easy to mess it up, and like Eli said, the next one, the double 3-3, it was a tough track. So yeah, no sand section, so it was easier on the goggles, I guess, and so no, I'm really happy about today on the racetrack.
All right, this question is for Ryan. You did start closing in a little bit around halfway. Was it lines coming together? Did you just start riding better, or what do you think was working for you at that point?
Yeah, things were really clicking for me. Eli, you know, came out of the gate pretty strong. The laps, he was, you know, kind of started inching away here and there, and I knew that, you know, I felt like, all right, you know, he's running a good pace, just keep your pace, and I felt like I was going to get better, and I did. I found some new lines that got better, and I started gaining back in on him, and then which was good to see. And then, you know, then with the lapper situation, I lost a lot of time, and that was, you know, and I don't want to say like, yeah, shoulda, coulda, might have had a win, but I felt like it would have been better for me to, you know, I would have got to Eli like a little bit more to just put that pressure on, you know. I mean, anytime you can be right on a guy, I mean, it's better. So and a guy like in my position, it's better. But it's I never quite, you know, after with the lapper stuff, I lost so much time in those 3 laps that Eli, I could see we had a little bit of a gap, but I was happy with the performance tonight, the riding. I'm not even bummed, you know. I for sure want to win, but at the same time, I was really happy with the racing. The starts were good, 2 good starts tonight, which was nice, and we were hitting our marks, you know. And it's a long race track, it's a long long main event, so it wears on you. But overall, I thought it was solid. It was good, and things came around nicely.
Yeah, and Eli, same thing for you midway. Did you kind of lose some of your lines? He was closing in. Did you even realize that, and what made the difference there?
Yeah, I mean, I did have my fair share of lapper issues too. You know, maybe not the length of his case, but there was a time where I was behind, you know, a couple of guys for 3 or 4 full lanes. So it just is what it is. You know, it's tough. You know, when the tracks get that rutted and the people sit in the main line, you can't do anything about it. That's all there was to it.
Michael Antonovich with Transworld Motocross. This is for all 3 of you. 13 consecutive weeks now, still 1 more race before a break. Is this worn on you guys at all? Because Ryan and Marvin, you both have had an illness at some point in time. Like, how are you guys fighting burnout or running flat at this point in the season?
I guess I'll start. It's I don't know. I think I've done this long enough to kind of understand and know the mental wear it has on you. More so when you're a rookie, it does. You know, I mean, that first year is a lot going on, but no, I mean, it's nothing that nobody else is dealing with, and you know it. You accept it and take responsibility and be a man and move forward. You know, you can't. What are you gonna do? You know, sit back and pout. So, yeah, yeah, for sure you have a little illness here and there, but you work through it and do the best you can with it. I think we all find that, but yeah, I feel like I'm handling it well.
Well, yeah, definitely. It's a long season, and it's the second year for me on the 450 to start, you know, and on the West Coast. I mean, and the full season. So it's this year's been way better, and you know, we learn. And I mean, I have and we have, you know, with Ryan and Zach and Jason, a good program with Alden Baker, and we I just follow the program, and I feel like we've gotten better, you know, compared to last year, and we learn. Yeah, I got sick, and actually Ryan too, but you know, like I said, we learn. Actually, we came back pretty quick, and it's tough. I mean, yeah, every weekend the traveling. I mean, like right now after Maine, you know, we're all sweating, and then you know we were here, and then we go back, and sometimes the pit's outside, and it's really cold, like hot cold. So it's difficult. So you got to be careful, and but at the same time, yeah, we've been training hard, and it's been good.
Hey, I love the long season we're winning right now, so keep them going.
Ryan, question for you. After the heat race win, with you diced with Chad for a little bit, you made some comments on the podium for the TV interview that you weren't exactly pumped on how he was racing you in the heat.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'll touch briefly on it, I guess. I honestly, I don't know where the, where it's coming from. I guess I don't know what I did wrong. I have a lot of respect for Chad. He's been in the sport a long time. I'm not gonna come in here and start pushing him around or whatnot. I'm gonna race the guy clean, and he would too. And I guess I don't know where his attitude and everything's coming from. And just like the heat race, we were side by side going into the whoops the very first lap, and he just starts. He sees me and he starts trying to come over and take my front wheel out. It's like, we're in the whoops. I mean, what can I do? And then you try to make a pass on him. He tries to blow you off the track. It's just like, it's kind of a bummer. That guy has been in it that long and that much experience, and you would think he would understand what it's like to be in the position that I am, but he has no respect for us and what we're doing, trying to do. So, I have a lot of respect for the guy. I still do. Just tonight was just a low blow,
Jim Hawley, Race Day Live. This will be the last one. It's a real quick one for all three of you guys. Next weekend, we're going back to Seattle. Could possibly be a mudder. How do you prepare for that?
Yeah, we're gonna ride in the mud this week then. Just flooded the track.
Flood the track.
No, I think it's early to like a week. Like, look at Anaheim one. Every time we say, oh, it's gonna be a mudder, like a week ago, because they show rain and then the day before it's like sunshine. So hopefully we get lucky again. I feel like the track crew have done a great job on the West Coast. At the beginning of the year. So if the only thing is, hopefully it doesn't rain like when we're racing.
There's one thing you can expect there, and that's just ruts, period. It might be wet, but one thing is going to be soft and ruddy, so it's Seattle.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks, guys. That'll do it for the 450 guys. Big round of applause for them.